Finally, I came across this perfect campsite. I've been walking around for like, I don't know, an hour or so in the bush in the tussocks just looking for an area to camp, and I found this new beautiful spot. So I'm on the end of a ridge, so there will be wind coming through, but I'll get the tarp configured, maybe pull it down on the side so I'm a bit sheltered. But really nice spot. Gonna get the tent up, got the Z-Packs offset duo, and then probably, you know, build the fire pit and get the stew going. But the clouds are looking pretty dark and it's quite chilly with the breeze coming through. So we'll get onto this, then we'll get on to building up my oven. I think I might need to find myself a stick for out the front of the tarp. That tree's quite far away, but there's plenty of dead wood around, so I'll be able to find something pretty easy to get this pitched up nice and high. I know what I can do. I can double up the guy line so I can extend it out and attach it to the tree. So that should work pretty good. I could get a stick and elevate it more, but if I get it nice and taut, should work quite well. You got this set up, it's kind of weird, but I think it should work pretty good. I'll attach one guy off here, which will tighten the whole thing up. And it should be pretty good, I think. Not perfect, but it'll do. I brought the good old Nemo tensor this time, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes after using the Zoom UL for so long. So get everything in the tent set up, and then I'm going to get a coffee on, I think, and then collect wood and build my rock pit for the big cook. But this setup's looking pretty cool, I quite like it. The spot's really nice. Just had a big cup of coffee, and as you can see behind me, there's some pretty dark clouds and there's a few spits of rain coming down, but the weather has kind of conned me again. I wanted some gentle rain and low winds, but almost nothing. Just check the forecast, because they do have a bit of reception here, and there should be some coming through later on this evening, so dinner time in the rain might be nice. Otherwise, it's pretty cool just being up here and chilling out. I like the setup and I'm enjoying the new spot, but I think what I'll do is I'm going to go just hunt for some rocks, build a little pit down here. I'm going to be cooking over the fire, and I brought up my little Elton titanium grill. So I'm going to get this positioned, then I've got my pot which will sit on top of it to stew on. So got to make sure this can sit nicely. You hear that? That's a bellbird. It's just up in the tree there. What a beautiful sound. That's amazing. I brought my little bushcraft knife this time, and I'm gonna baton up some of these bits so they're like the perfect size so I can feed them into the oven. So I'll see how that goes. Haven't done any batoning in a while, but some of these bits are really nice and dry, so it should be good. It's a big knot in here. Damn, this wood's pretty knotted up. It's really dry and it's splitting pretty good. Should be able to feed these little bits in nicely when I'm cooking the stew. I think it should be enough. Might get this going now. Alright, I think I might try use some of this stuff to start the fire. You can see here the little Moroccan bushcraft comes with a cool little ferro rod. So I should be able to get this fire going. We'll test it out and see if it works. Grass doesn't seem to be all that dry. Doesn't want to go. When in doubt, go to the little lucifers, because these will get the fire going no matter what. So you can see, like, you'd think this stuff, it feels really dry, but it just won't even spark. I won't need much for this one, I don't think. A little piece, with that grass on it. I mean, this grass should burn really nice. Look at that. Instant. Whoa. Burn my hair off. Looks like we might have a bit of rain coming in. It's very dark out this way, but it's coming down the country, so maybe the rain starts now. It'd be kind of nice. I'm all set up, so make sure this fire gets going good. Whoa. Keep it under control, so we can get the stew on. The wind is just swirling around here, mainly going towards the camera, but you see the flames just coming. Can't get them too big. Holy moly! So a rock just exploded. So I froze this meat at home and brought it in frozen, and it still feels cold to the touch. So it seems to be a pretty good strategy. I'll cut this into big fat chunks. They'll brown it off in the pan. Holy far out. So inside here, my big titanium pot, I've got all the ingredients for the chili con carne. I've got some chipotle peppers. They're going to be extremely spicy. I'm probably going to eat them all, which will be a bad idea. But I always seem to eat spicy stuff. But I'll be cooking in this pot. Might do the meat now, so I'll get the grill just sitting on over top and just brown this meat off. That should get real hot in there. I'll put in some of the spice mix. I got this from the supermarket. It's a whole mixture of like jalapeno peppers. I think there's chipotle pepper, paprika, oregano. I think there's some juniper and allspice as well. It's quite a unique blend. Alright, we might put this meat aside now. We'll get the onions and the tomatoes on. Smells really good. These are starting to cook down. Whoa. Wow, that's going to have some incredible flavour. Might as well chuck a little bit more chili in. Why not? It is a chili. I get this beef stock cube in there. In we go. And a bunch of water. Look, check these out. I'm going to be adding this entire can of chilies, chipotle chilies and sauce, into the stew. I might live to regret this. Heaps of flavour. They're hot. I'll start with a couple. We'll put the sauce in. Damn it, they all fell in. Oh. I did bring up a can of beans all the way up here, so I might as well put them in. Red kidney beans. Some people say you shouldn't put beans into a chili, but I think they'll be nice. This might be the all-time crazy camp meal, I reckon. Finally, I think some rain's coming in. I'm not sure if the microphone will be picking that up. No, it probably will. There's like a fine rain coming down now. So, it took its time, but seems to be here. Hopefully we get some overnight. It'll be quite nice just to listen to it. Gentle rain in the tent. Moved the chair back a little bit closer to the tent and got changed into the rain jacket and my merino wool thermal. So I'm super nice and warm now. I don't think I'll need the puffer jacket for this trip. It's just not cold enough, but I don't know, it might be in the morning, which will be good to have it. There's quite a nice little gentle rain falling now. And you can just hear that stew, it's just bubbling away. I think it needs about half an hour more and then I reckon I'll eat it. I've got some real nice corn chips as well. which I'm just gonna add for a bit of a crunch. And I've got, where is it? Got some of this. It's a little packet of squeezable sour cream. So it's gonna be the ultimate feast. And I'm gonna sit back and relax, listen to the rain and eat it. Okay, I think the stew is ready. Not sure if you can see in here, but it's thick. I'll leave a little bit in the pot. And I got these corn chips. So I'll just put some of these down beside it. We're just gonna douse sour cream. Oh, I do have something else. I did bring a lime. Just get a bit of juice on there, I reckon. Just to cut through it a bit. But there we go. This is the finished product. I'll try to show you. This took me a long time to create. 2 hours over the fire. Will it be worth it? Whoa. The steak is very tender, and there's just an immense depth of flavour. So much different types of chili, smokiness. Having the lime really helps, cuts through a bit. This is so good. This could be the best camp meal ever. Look at all that smoke. I'll bring the camera around, I think, so you can see me better. Okay, I moved the camera. What's the bet the smoke comes this way now? This is as good as you would get at like some nice, fancy Mexican place. Actually, it could be better because it's slow cooked on the fire. I think adding the kidney beans was worth it. See the fire now, it's cranking. It smoked for a bit, but the wood just got hot enough and it bursts into flames. It's quite a nice rain falling now. This is so good. I got heaps of wood too, so I can just sit out by the fire, have hot chocolate, have dessert. Hopefully the rain goes all night long. Absolutely exquisite. Some pretty good rain coming down now. This fire's putting out so much nice heat too. The temperature's dropped, so I'll probably have to put my puffer jacket on and my rain pants. I think the southerly's starting to come up. But thank goodness for this cranking fire. Check that out. That is a roarer. A roaring fire. The Fire King. See the breath. It's freezing cold. I filled my cup. You can probably see it just in the shot down there, because I don't really want to walk all the way back down to the stream, especially when it's raining, to get more water. So I can use the water in that cup to try clean up my dishes. They're an absolute mess. And then maybe have a hot chocolate. I'm looking forward to bed though. Pretty good rain now. This is nice. Excellent camping experience. Listen to that. It's pretty thick. I'm getting too cold. It's time to put on the down jacket. Instant warmth. Okay, I think I'm gonna have my little jar of mint hot chocolate. Just, you know, cleanse the palate. I think I'll get into bed. I have to get my cup. It's under the tarp collecting water. Look at that. I got like a full cup of water collected from the tarp. It's probably all good to drink. I'll boil it and make my hot chocolate with it, but I don't need that much, so I'll pour some into here. Can use that in the morning. Oh, the wind's coming up a bit. The storminess. Hopefully it's not windy overnight and I can sleep properly. I'm happy I brought the puffer jacket. I tell you what, this is what I'm having. One of these succulent jar of mints. And the water's almost boiling, but it's a struggle. But you hear that driving rain and wind. I've come back right under the tarp, so I've got maximum shelter. It's going to be a pretty stormy night. So I have this, and then it's just in the tent. The fire pit is just overflowing with embers. Heaps of coals in there. I've still got tons of wood. I might wake up early and do a fire in the morning, so I'm going to save that. I just don't need to burn it. I'm not that cold. As soon as I put this on, instantly warm. So I'm just not going to stoke the fire up like I usually do. Got to give it a good stir. Got to get all these lumps out of it. I don't like having a lumpy hot chocolate. Cheers, everyone. Ooh, that's good. These are delicious. Mint hot chocolates. If you haven't had one, do yourself a favour and go down to your local supermarket and get a jar of mint. I'd like to say I'm sponsored, but I'm not. it's only just gotten dark enough where I need to use the light on the camera. And it's like 9 o'clock in the evening, so this is summer camping. I don't like it. I much prefer these crisp, cold, dark winter nights. Far out. These gusts are getting stronger. Hopefully the little Z-Pax offset duo is going to survive the night. I don't mind rain, but the winds are a bit rough. I quite like these magnets on the offset duo tent. Quite easy to use. Oh yeah man, it's going to be cozy in here tonight. It's going to be real cozy. As long as I don't blow away. Get these boots off. Oh, I just can't wait to lie down. I really like the door on this tent because the pole's back towards the head end. There's heaps of room to get in and out. Makes it real convenient. Oh man. Okay. Gonna put on my pajamas and I'll come back to you guys. Haha. I'm inside the tent. This pad is definitely warmer, but it's not as thick and I can feel myself bottoming out on it when I'm like lying on the side. It was very deflated when I came in just before and sat on it. So hopefully it's not leaking. But usually they expand a bit, I think, when they've been sitting out. So yeah, we'll find out overnight, I suppose. But this is the setup. The Nemo Tensor, UGQ, and the Cedar Summit pillow. And I just wear these merinos, tops and bottoms, and some socks when I sleep. Now, I should be toasty warm tonight. It won't be as cold as the last camp. That one was pretty freezing up in the mountain. Although, there is a southerly coming in, so you never know. But I'll grab the camera off the tripod and give you a little look around. So you can see the light just fading. The fire's out there. Just dying down. This is inside my giant palace. Got my big Agnes fairy lights plugged in. And yeah, it's always, this tent is strange. But I love it. I really like it. This is the second night inside it. I think it's pretty cool. Like, looking out this way, so much room. I can sit right up, bring the camera around to here. Endless room. Here's my little mat. But it should be pretty cozy tonight, eh? It's quite nice. And it's just that howling wind, you can hear it. Just gushing over the trees. Hopefully it doesn't come down and hit the tent, because that would be quite miserable. But I'm just gonna relax. I probably won't go to sleep straight away. I'll pick up the camera again and film some stuff if I need to, but if not, that was the night. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a pretty cool camp, to be honest. Pretty nice, and I like the new spot. The meal was just insane, and it's just good to be out again, you know. Probably the last camp of the year for me, at least the last solo camp. So you hear that sound? That's the tarp scraping up there. Yeah, it's not very nice. Anyway, if I don't come back, I'll see you in the morning. Good night, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It was a pretty rough night, I'm not gonna lie. There was pretty high winds and just the rain driving into the tent. The pad, super warm. I was really warm. I was just, wasn't particularly comfortable, but I think it's my shoulder and just, yeah. So, bit of lack of sleep, but I don't really come out here to sleep, so that's alright. But it's a pretty stormy morning. Not sure if you can see outside. Sun's just coming up, you can hear the birds singing. But I think it's time that I probably get a coffee on. I really need a coffee this morning.
I'm dreading getting out of bed. You can probably hear that wind. There's like misty rain as well. It's going to be a rough morning. Pack up's going to be tough. But I got my big coffee on, the 2 coffee bags. You know, they're not particularly delicious. They're actually quite gross, but they do the job. And right now, I just want simplicity and want coffee, so let those brew for a bit. Oh, then I guess I got to get up, have breakfast. I've just got 2 little waffles that I'm going to have, and probably another cup of coffee. I think this might be ready. Who knows of these things? These are just like, look, I'll try to show you. They're just tea bags. Well, yeah, tea bags filled with some type of rancid coffee. But it means I don't have to bring a brewing device. It doesn't even taste like coffee. It tastes more like watery kind of syrupy type stuff. You know, actually no, it's pretty good. That crazy wicker just took my coffee bag. Oh well, it's not nice coffee, I don't mind. The Z-Packs Offset Duo, it's a great tent. It's so light, and if you can get away with it on these camps, I think it's worth taking. I mean get away with it like, because it's not as robust at all as like my Helleberg tents. But if I'm in like a sheltered spot, it's not the middle of winter, I can take this and it weighs, yeah, 650 grams. So, I mean the other tents weigh like close to 2 kilos, so that's a huge weight saving. And it just allows me to get up the mountain easier, I guess less pain on the body. And it's pretty cool, I think it looks cool. I like the little magnetic toggles and just the insane amount of internal space that it has. So it's a great tent. I have a link in the description, you can check out Z-Packs. I'm going to order some of their other stuff. I really want their backpack. At the moment my backpack weighs 2.3 kilos and I can get one with the same capacity for 600 grams or something. So I think I'll do that. It'll be a worthwhile addition. And I'll show you it for breakfast. I got a 2-pack of waffles, nothing fancy. I don't need anything fancy after that stew. That stew was ridiculous. Actually, it's not a stew, it was a chili con carne. I'll go for the dunk. See if it tastes nice. Mixed with Moccona. It's alright. They're quite spongy, they absorb a lot of the coffee. Oh, but yeah, I suppose I have to pack up. I'm not looking forward to pack up, I hate pack up. Pack up's the worst. But it'll all fit in the pack easy, so I won't be stressing out about that. And then it's the 3-hour or so walk back, which I'm actually really looking forward to. It'll be real nice walking back down the gentle track, back out to the car. Get home and make the video. But, yeah. Thank you to everyone who watches, subscribes, likes, comments. Special thanks to the members. Really appreciate that people actually want to watch me go camping. So I hope you enjoy them. And I think next year is going to be an awesome year. That'll be the first full year of doing this properly. So there's going to be heaps of cool trips planned. Massive storms, snowstorms, rainstorms, thunderstorms, and probably heaps of new gear as well. I just love gear. I'm always thinking about it. So 2024 should be an awesome camping year. I'm really looking forward to it.
all packed up. Gotta make my way through these tussocks. I'm gonna get soaked. There's heaps of water on them, and I don't have waterproof pants, so it's gonna be a bit of a nightmare. But it's not that far till I'm back on the track, and it's just a cruisy walk out. But it's a beautiful spot up here. The rain's kind of still coming down. It's pretty dark. You can probably see it behind me. But I think we're going to escape before we get more deluge upon us. It's very misty up here. Misty rain, atmospheric. I think I got water on my lens, so hopefully you can see me properly. And yes, I'm already soaked. I need some waterproof pants because my feet are going to get wet now because the water will go down from my pants into my socks. Oh well. Look, I don't know if you can see. Soaking wet legs. I suppose that's just part of it. But I'll come back to you guys when I'm on the track, I think. Alright, made it back to the track, and I am absolutely drenched. Hopefully my feet don't get blisters walking out when they get all wet and gross. The rain started to come in pretty heavy now, but that's alright. I'm going to carry on with the walk. Should take me 2 hours, 3 hours, not really sure, but I might come back to you further along, say goodbyes. But yeah, it's enough from me for now. I'll enjoy the walk out. Well everyone, made it back to the car. Gonna have my ginger beer. That was a hard walk, quite sore. But great camp, really enjoyed it. Thought a lot about new gear on the way out and what I'm going to do next year. So if you're keen to see more trips, subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.